Alright guys, so in today's video, I'll be ranking the top 20 characters in Dragon Ball Legends. Now really quick, I do want to hear your guys' top 5 in the comment section down below. So just give me your guys' top 5. It doesn't even need to be in order. And by the way, this tier list has 4 tiers. Every single tier is not in order. So for example, if you're in tier over 9,000, that means you guys are pretty much level-headed. Same thing goes for God tier, Z tier, and Audible. I'm not going to go individually to every single unit, but we have a lot of stuff to cover, guys, because we've got 20 characters here. There is a lot of good characters in Dragon Ball Legends, honestly. Like, it feels like besides the Final Flash Vegeta, almost like 90% of the characters coming out now are pretty good or like usable, right? So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. And by the way, if you guys do enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe. So, okay, so I have 4 tiers here, okay? I have over 9,000, God tier, Z tier, and then just notable characters. Every single, character in this tier list is good in my books, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, we are going to be starting off with Z tier, the green tier here, okay? So this tier pretty much means to me that it's characters that are necessary to fill out meta teams, okay? That's pretty much, I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want to go into too much details. So once again, none of these are in order in Z tier, okay? So I'm going to just start slapping a few of them on. I'm going to start with Perfect Cell, okay? The reason being why is pretty obvious. There is a ton of green characters right now. I mean, honestly, how many green characters can you name off the top of your head right now? Let's see. There's, without even looking at the list, okay? There is, okay, I'm going to look at the list real quick, okay? There's Goku and Bardock. There's Ultra Gohan. There's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. There's Android 16. There's Gogeta and Pikkon. There's Orange Piccolo. You can even toss in the Evolution Bros in the mix. Revival Goku. I mean, there is a lot of green characters. So I feel like... And there's not that many yellow characters. There's like only one primal yellow character, which is Ultra UI Goku. So I feel like purple characters are really, really valuable as of late. So Perfect Cell, of course, he fits into androids as well, which is one of the best teams, as well as powerful opponent. And we could say the same thing about Ultra Jiren. His stock is definitely going up as of late as well. A really good AoE green card. Actually, they both have AoE green cards. And he has endurance. Of course, popping and rising rush as well. Upon popping Rising Rush. So I'm not going to go into too much details here, but purple characters are definitely... Actually, let's just tackle some purple characters since we're here. Vegeta and Bola, okay? I'm going to put them in notable because I feel like they're super underrated. Great support as well. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I do want to say that purple characters... And I do expect a very good purple character to come out in the very near future. For Dragon Ball Legends. Could be this month for Saiyan Day, who knows, right? But I'm expecting a very good purple character. Now, like I said, we have a lot of green characters. And speaking of green characters, I'm going to toss out the Defensive Menace, okay? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Zenkai. GT is possibly one of the best teams. And it's crazy how Dragon Ball Legends literally flipped the switch on GT with just one campaign last month, or technically 2 months ago. But yeah, I mean, honestly, GT is great. No explanation either. And speaking of GT, we're going to toss in Spirit Bomb GT Get Goku on the God tier, okay? The reason why he's there, okay, is because he fits in perfectly with not only GT, which is one of the best teams, but also alongside Ultra Gohan, okay? So this character is absolutely tanky. He can tank. He's probably one of the best tanks in the game right now, or if not the best tank in the game. But he revives health like crazy. He's also pretty good support for the team as well, for not only GT, but for Sun Family. And he's just good because they actually both have endurance, Ultra Gohan and this Spirit Bomb GT Kid Goku. So, and I think his endurance, you can't cancel his endurance upon using a ultimate. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but yeah, we have that. So GT is really, really good, okay? Also, I'll say this. I've been using this character a lot in Proud mode. And I'm going to put him on Audible, which is this Revival Zenkai Cell. One of the better, definitely one of the better Zenkais to come out in the very near future, or in the recent times. The reason being why is because Proud Mode, I feel like having 2 good reds, for example, for androids, if you have Android 17 on androids as alongside this Revival Zenkai Cell, you can really just counter this UI Goku so good. And speaking of UI Goku, we're going to put him, of course, in God tier. This character is still so good. Even though there's really good red characters, which we're going to get to a few red. There's actually a good amount of red characters now that I'm thinking about it. So, I mean, UI Goku, there's no explanation needed there. Also, you know, his team, Sun family, pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, if I go into too much details on all these characters, it's gonna be like a 1-hour video, so I don't want to do that. We got 20 characters to cover. Another really good one, obviously I'm gonna say this, which is arguably the third best character in the game, which is of course, Beast Gohan. This character, I feel like, is just going to age super well. Not only because he's Sun family, of course, he's also hybrids, which I think hybrids is still lacking, and we might get something hybrids related in the very near future. But just the fact that you can one-shot pretty much anybody in the game is pretty scary, right? And also, he's pretty tanky pre-transformation, and he nukes also, so he's kind of got like the best of both worlds. And honestly, like, there's really not much Legends Festival characters. There's not that much explanation needed. Of course, as you guys can see here, all these are God tier in Legends Festival 2023 characters. So, okay, let's get to somebody I really like, and I think this character is going to age like fine wine, which is going to be Goku and Bardock. Now, besides it being on Sun family and having multicolor in green, which is one of the best colors in the game right now, as well as blue is also pretty good, just because you can counter Beast Gohan and Android 17. We're gonna get to Android 17 in just one bit here, but I do want to say this. I still think that Games Original is gonna get a huge buff this year for 2024, and this character is gonna be a centerpiece character in the mix. He's got an AoE green card. They're just multicolored. They're really good. They do a good amount of damage. And I was about to say they tank and they don't. And what I mean by that is that they don't have the best defense, but what they do have is, of course, that new mechanic, which is basically a mix of revival and endurance characters, which you can take a Rising Rush. So technically they are a tank as well, technically speaking, right? So this character is going to age really good, especially, like I said, because we will. Games Original is going to get the GT treatment, I guarantee you that, this year, as well as the Universe Rep treatment they got for 2023, okay? So I don't want to get into too much details there, so let's just keep on pushing here. Now for, let's see, let's tackle androids, okay? So androids are really good. Android 16, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Android 16 is better than Final Flash Vegeta. It really reminds me of when we got Father Son Galagun and the Blue Zamasu. Blue Zamasu just overshadowed the LF. Same thing is happening here. Green is one of the best colors in the game right now, obviously. And it could counter a lot of blues because we do got a lot of blues in the meta as well. And speaking of androids, this guy's just aging so well. Like, it's just crazy, right? He can't tank that good, but his team is really good. And yeah, I mean, I feel like just his kit in itself, he came out, what, over a year ago, January 2023. So yeah, Android 17 is really good, and especially because now you see people using Terminator Power Jiren a little bit more. This character is getting a little bit more play as well for Universe Rep alongside UI Goku. So this team right here is pretty good, okay? I'm not going to talk about it too much. A character that dropped off so much for me, and I'm really disappointed, and I'm going to put him down here in notable, is Ultra Janemba. Just because, I mean, Ultra Janemba, his team is really lacking. Regen is definitely lacking, in my personal opinion. Regen doesn't have the best red. I mean, we do got this, Revival Zenkai Cell, which is pretty good. But besides that, yellow as well. Kid Buu fell off dramatically, and yellow's not really a valuable color. Green, we got Orange Piccolo, which we can toss him in notable as well. I mean, Orange Piccolo, upon release, he was just disappointed. And then after that, he got his unique equipment, of course, and that helped him a little bit. And then Regen was more usable. Sagas was more usable, so stock went up. Now, all those teams are kind of dropping down a little bit, so he's dropping down as well. Quite a shame. I'm sure we're going to get a good Orange Piccolo down the line for sure. So I'll leave it at that. Another ageless unit is going to be Pan. I think she's really good because of obvious reasons, right? She's a great support unit, but within 5 timer counts, you can pop her main ability, and then you could just, have color nullification. And honestly, her team's pretty good too, right? Her team is Sun Family pretty much in hybrids, right? Or not Sun Family, just mainly hybrids. You could run double red, technically speaking, because she does have color nullification, and she's got a great Z ability as well. So not much to go off of there. Another really timeless unit, since we mentioned Pan, we're just going to put Beast Gohan here. The blue Beast Gohan, the original first ever Beast Gohan to come out in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, this character is also pretty good. He does a lot of damage still, man. He really, really does. And he's got endurance, so hybrids are coming up a little bit as well. So this character is pretty good. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to touch on it too much. Evolution, Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku is still notable in my books. They can still extend their combo for a good period of time. They're not good like they first were upon launch, obviously. I used to fear this character a lot. Now, not too much. They barely see that much play. But Universe Rep is seeing a lot more play with Ultra Jiren coming back. Not Ultra Jiren. I always say Ultra Jiren. Full Power Jiren. Of course, we got 17, UI Goku, and now, Universe Rep can still hold their own, right? Okay. So, another notable character I'm going to put down here is going to be this 8 Vegeta. 8 Vegeta is just really good still. I mean, he's got a good combo breaker upon cover changing, AoE green card, endurance. Saiyans are always pretty good, as you guys can see here. Saiyans are also, oops, that was a mistake. Saiyans are also pretty good too, so I'm not going to touch on them too much. Now, I'm going to touch on 3 more characters here. Another one is going to be Pikkon and Gogeta. Obviously, still really good. Saiyans, and I'm sure Fusions is going to get a buff in the very near future, but Saiyans is still really good. And they could just tank, right? They're just a really, really good character overall. Now, the reason why I'm not going to touch on them too much because I want to get to the top 2 characters. I'm just going to do this straight ahead, okay? You guys already know. I made a video on this yesterday, but I would give the edge to a... Okay, when you use both of these characters, and I have both of these characters at a good amount of stars, I feel like Ultra Gohan feels like more of the premium unit, although it's literally neck and neck with these 2 characters. It really is. Both of these characters feel like premium units, but Ultra Gohan, he supplies his team with blast armor nullification cards, 2 of them. So he's helping his team out as well. His blue card counters, his green card locks you in. His green card is an AoE green card. You can say the same thing about 17 though. 17, of course, he's got a really good green card that locks you in, but you gotta time it. But then after that, his blue card is just a blue card pretty much, right? Both of these characters get double ultimates, which is pretty crazy. Both of them have, basically they both do the same thing with, when they come on the field, you could get cover, nullification for 5-timer counts. I just feel like Gohan hits harder, even though they both hit like a truck. They're both range units, which is hilarious too, right? Range units are crazy right now in Dragon Ball Legends, but the team I would give the slight edge to 17 with, of course, GT and androids, but Sun Family is still pretty good as well, right? But just hybrids is lacking, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'm not gonna. It's funny because it looks like a legitimate stare, right? Any other units here that you guys would add to notable? Let's see. I don't know. Honestly, not really. I wouldn't add too much characters here to notable. I'm trying to be optimistic. Let's see. Maybe because we're seeing some... No, not even that, man. Not even that. I'm going to leave it at that, honestly. Maybe this because of hybrids. Fat Gold things because of hybrids, but I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic here. Comment down below, guys. Who is your top 5 characters in Dragon Ball Legends? This is right now my top 20. I don't even know how many characters this is, but it's like my top 20, 25 characters in Dragon Ball Legends. Oh, is it a little bit covered here? Maybe. Oh, there we go. There it is. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. This video dragged on a little bit too long. I didn't want to give up too much explanation on every single character. I just want to give you guys a general thought of what I think is the best characters in Dragon Ball Legends as of March 2024. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tier list, and I'll catch you guys once again on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.